Hey neighbors. Man, I broke my other reading glasses. These are terrible, and my eyesight's getting worse. Comes with senility, age. So, got three topics on my mind this morning. So I'm going to tie two of them together. The deep ocean mining and spectroscopy. That pain in the ass word I keep coming back to because it's one of the tools we use to measure the planet around us. It creates bell curves to look at and wonder about. So, the other, deep ocean mining. And what does it mean? Well, to get an idea what it means, you need to go look it up. Or else it's 80 hours of video just leading into this. But it's basically looking for nodules on the ocean floor with the right mineral content. From everything I've seen, it's surface mining. So they're going to be taking huge chunks of the ocean floor, crunching it up, digesting it, spitting half of it, most of it, all of it back out to settle back down on the ocean floor. So you can go find on YouTube's, or you can find in science papers, or you can find in articles, exploration of our oceans. Very recent and still ongoing. Oceanus, I think, is one of the things, but you're going to see pictures of beautiful animals, and they're looking at the life on the sea floor, and they're not talking about their real purpose for being there. While they're taking all those pretty pictures, they're taking samples, they're taking core samples, they're looking for what industry can harvest, and they're cataloging and documenting it, and then industry is going to go harvest that. That's deep ocean mining. So to get an idea of deep ocean mining, go look at surface mining, or mines, earth mines. I don't know when we'll get to that stage of actually mining under earth on the ocean floor, but so doing things better. Can we do that? Can we do that with obscene profits? With despot princes that have citizens murdered? With crackpot office holders with vested interests in personal wealth? It's going to be hard. So folks thinking about planet extinction aren't far off. But in a fatalistic way, it's going to happen. But it is so far off that let's let other generations enjoy it as well. So this deep ocean mining thing, we see the subs go down, and we see neat pictures of squid and whales and barnacles and mussels and clams and crab. Oh, it's amazing what's down there. It's the other 2/3 of the planet we live on lives in that ocean. As far as biological matter, biomass, the ocean outweighs what is on the dirt, the trees and all of that. So ocean's a pretty big deal. We've already been on the way to destroying it. We've polluted it with coal fallout, which in that coal dust in the air are the leads that you hear about, the mercury in swordfish. Some of that mercury is nuclear waste. Some of that, most of that, is coal-fired power plants, is coal-fired industry. They know, we knew back, remember you old folks, you old farts, you hippies, when the swordfish and tuna warnings about mercury content came out, you remember the good old days. How many decades ago was that? So we know, and we knew then it was mostly from, we didn't want to talk about where it was from really. But specifically, science knew that that stuff came from coal-fired plants. We could identify the plants in the Midwest. We could identify from the fallout what coal mines the coal came from. We know the difference between dirty coal and clean coal, and it shows up in that ash. The megatons of ash that we have put into the environment, besides the CO2, besides the methane, besides all the the plastics. So big world, huge world out there. How do you build people that can fit on the planet? Good luck, folks. So this deep ocean mining, again, they're going to go down, they're going to vacuum, dredge, yank up the seabed floor for miles in every direction, totally upsetting the biosphere, the habitat, the undersea life that's there, the foundational food chain elements that feed the rest of the planet. Our oceans are important. Someone else, I watched their video on basically the dead tidal pools along the west coast. And it's disheartening. As beautiful as the coast is, you need to come see it where it is. And maybe the next time you visit, it'll be someplace else. But I saw those tidal pools die myself when we first came out to the west coast. There were still huge, beautiful tidal pools full of sea stars, and we called them sea pizzas because they're huge. They're the size. That's what they look like from a distance. All the anemones bundled up, just the size of your arms. Amazing sea life to see. And not so much anymore. So after Fukushima happened, and it was about a year and a half or 2 years after, when that starfish wasting disease reared its head along the east or the west coast, be the east of the Pacific, the west of the Americas. So those starfish wasting off and dying was attributed to some type of algae. We could debate where that came from. We could debate that the algae was fueled and fed by some pretty nasty energy sources. But no science goes there, so. And you and I can't afford it. That's another video. Anyway. You want to hear more? You want to talk? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to hear about? Let me know. Peace out. Make it better somehow. Where'd the hippies go?